Alright, so this is my 1989 S13 240SX. I had picked it up from my buddy last year whenever I was in my old house, and I had it stored on the side of my house until I moved to this house, and then I just tucked it away in the barn for a while. And he had picked it up from a towing company, I believe, and so it's been sitting for a very, very long time, and you can tell everything here is actually complete, though. It has absolutely everything from factory still. Except it does have molded side skirts and a molded rear bumper. I took off the front bumper. It had a Vader. I think it's called the Vader front bumper. So yeah, it didn't look too good. But this guy is complete, but it has been sitting for a very, very long time, and you can clearly tell. So there's a little bit of surfaced rust on almost everything in the engine bay and the rear and the hatch. But yeah, so this is actually what I am going to be putting the SR into for now. I originally had plans to drop it back into the green S13 that I have, but honestly the build was getting kind of crazy. I stripped everything out of the interior, got the chassis harness out, got everything out of the engine bay, and I was kind of thinking about it for a while, and I really, really want to do something very nice with it. So, although this car will require a little bit of work because it had the single cam KA in it before, so I do have to swap over the harness. I took the engine harness out of the S13. That's all the way back there, and ECU and everything. So I have to swap that over, and also got to do like a lot of little stuff in the bay. I need to get everything that I don't need out of here, and well, first things first, I gotta clean the shit out of this thing. This thing is disgusting. I mean, there's been like cats walking on it. You can see on the windshield and everything. I don't know how. I guess they were walking in there whenever they were in the barn. Well, whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna clean the shit out of it first, pressure wash everything, get all the old single cam KA components that I don't need out of it, like the headers right here. Got like a starter, power steering pump, you know, fucking fuel filter. We're gonna redo all that shit. So yeah, I don't know. I'm done talking though, so let's get to cleaning this thing. Alright, so just got the S13 cleaned up. I was hoping that it would kind of clean up a little bit better, but can't really expect too much from this car with all the surface rust and all the other bullshit. But anyways, I got it pulled up onto the pad now. I'm gonna jack it up, put it on all 4 jack stands, and honestly just get cranking out on it. I have to start taking everything out of the engine bay, so let's do it. Alright, S13's all jacked up on jack stands. I'm going to start ripping everything apart now. First thing is the headers and the exhaust. Right on. There we go. Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh shit. It's hard to do with one hand. Wow. Holy shit. Look at this. This is for the EGR. They kept the EGR. This must have been built like so long ago. And also, look, they used fucking nails for the body kit. Nails. And then in here, like everywhere in the engine bay, they used literal drywall screws to fucking mount things. Look at this, look at this. a fucking drywall screw. Like, this had to have been done so long ago by people that, you know, that were not really well versed in car shit at the time. Exhaust is out, and I'm gonna start taking out all the bullshit. Charcoal canister and that whole mess of whatever the fuck all that shit is. Alright, well, as any project, this just keeps getting worse and worse, honestly. I mean, I finally got all the AC stuff out, the charcoal canister out, power steering, got everything out of there, because I have to run, the power steering on single cams, I guess, is like completely different. There's a lot of hoses, like rubber hoses and shit, rather than like on, at least my other S13 and my S14, it kind of has a hard line that just goes all the way over here and then loops around and goes back. This one, it went around, it looped, and then it had like another fitting, and like I don't know what all that other power steering shit was for. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this one is just like different or what. I don't know. I really don't know. I got that out, and then as I was doing that, I found that they cut the fuse box out like completely, just diked it all off. So there's like 100 wires in that bundle, and I don't know. I gotta go on my other car and figure out exactly like what I need, like what's left and everything. And this was very, very disappointing. I didn't even know that it was like this. I don't know. I had no idea. I didn't even look at it because all of this was just like a rat's nest, like just down over here. So I mean, I didn't even really see. It looks like it was auto at some point. Somebody looped the park neutral safety switch. I know about that because I did that shit on my S14. Oh look, there's a. I hope I don't need that. Yeah, and I just got finished cutting this big square out right here. This was like, it was the battery tray, and it was completely rusted, just absolutely fucked. And there's still like a little bit more over here you can kind of see. But anyways, I'm gonna clean all this up like later on when I'm gonna go get an air saw. Just because I need to use it on the other S13 and this one. Then I'll like actually bring it all the way up here and do everything like really nicely, even though this car is not intended to be nice at all, just intended to hurry up and fucking run and drive. But this is honestly the fuse box, man. This is like the main thing that I'm really not happy about. I gotta solder so many fucking wires and shit together. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Yeah, it's a quick update for you guys. I think now I'm just gonna go rob the hard lines off of the power steering rack from the S13, the other S13, and put it on here. And I guess figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do about the fuse box. Alright, just got the intake manifold assembled again. Got all the lines and everything on. It's looking great. It's looking so much better now that I replaced all the lines and all that shit. But yeah, it's looking good. So now we're ready to throw it in the car. I got a thermal, what do they call it? A thermal intake gasket. I don't really know too much about them, but I got a thermal intake gasket. Alright, I just got the intake manifold all on and installed, everything torqued down. I thought one of these mounting bolts was stripped out, so I mean, like the first two threads were kind of fucked up, so I had to use a longer bolt. But yeah, she's all in, looking honestly really good. Really happy that I did that like really light coat of paint. It changed the whole look of it. It doesn't look too crazy like in the camera or anything, but man, this thing was super disgusting before, and like all the corrosion and everything from just being old cast aluminum. But now we are going to work on getting the turbo on. All right, I just throwing the stock turbo and shit back on for now, and then later on I'm gonna switch it up. I do have plans to switch it up. If I can get it in. It's always a problem, you know. Oh, actually, I'm stupid. I forgot my gasket. Probably sitting there looking like, what the fuck is this man doing? He forgot his fucking gasket. We went with a Mr. Gasket, a copper exhaust manifold gasket. These just kind of seem to be the best. I don't know. I think it really helps with dissipating a lot of the heat, because copper is one of the best heat conductors. Or sorry, it does not retain heat. So I don't know. Whatever. I'm just gonna quit talking. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So I'm not gonna film all the small stuff like the power steering pump and the other fucking parts for the water system that are under the intake manifold, which I probably should have put on before I put the intake manifold on. But whatever. Not gonna film that, so I will catch you guys back whenever the engine is honestly ready to go. So we're gonna do the bread trick. All you do is just pull off like a bunch of pieces of bread, shove it in here, and then take an extension or something that fits like very snug around the pilot bushing, and then you're gonna want to just hammer it in. Literally, after you stuff it completely full, you just hammer it in. Simple as that. Boom. And as always, you want to rinse your flywheel down with some brake clean on the mating surface of it. Give it a nice rub with a paper towel. And so for the clutch, I went with it was a company, it's called Clutch Max. So I don't know, it's probably just some eBay shit. I'm not too sure, but this is what we're gonna run, and we're gonna try it out. So if it works, it works. Cool. If not, oh well. Hey, alrighty, boys and gals. Me and my girlfriend got the engine in. So got it. It was a little, honestly, it was pretty easy. It was a lot easier than the KA was. I'll tell you that. Then again, there's nothing really in here, but I had to kind of get in here and, kind of guide it in a little bit since we only had just me and her, nobody else. So I already kind of got a little bit ahead of myself. I just went ahead last night. I couldn't really record anymore. It was getting too dark for it, and it looked like shit. But I got some things connected. So I got the wiring harness. Actually, let me bring my light, because for some reason it's really not. It's bright out here, but it's just, I don't know. I guess just being under here, the camera doesn't like it. But anyways, I got the ECU. I got the wiring harness in the upper and lower harness. I had it I robbed it from the green car. I've been having it chill over here for a while. So I got that guy in and got it all routed, and everything is nice and done. Got the igniter chip on. Pretty much just going through everything. Got everything wiring wise is in. Not everything is hooked up, but it is all in now and in position. I ran the harness under the intake, which was very much a pain in the ass, but I got it. So I kind of tucked away a few of the connectors so they're not out. So they're not out right in front of the engine or anything. You won't really see too much. What else can I do? I have yet to. I did not connect still have to get the fuse box connected right here. Fuse box, well, the fuse box is now wired in, as you can see. I did this yesterday too, right before it got dark. I had to put together all the fucking wires because somebody cut the chassis harness in this, and so had to cut I was not happy about this, but I had to cut the fuse box from the green car chassis harness, which I already had out. I'll just get a new one. So I had everything crimped together, and yesterday I just had to go around with the heat gun and kind of, get everything melted on there. So everything is connected other than 2 wires, which no idea where. So I'm gonna pray to fucking God that this engine starts and it runs. I don't really care about anything else. If I'm being honest. Yeah, I got power steering reservoir in. Oh yeah, I got my the fuck is that? My boost controller on and mounted. Everything is mounted. I still have to swap over the throttle cable, because I think this was a single cam one, if I'm not mistaken, and it is definitely not long enough. I was kind of just giving you guys fucking updates because it's really hard for me to film and do shit at the same time, but I'm gonna start. Man, look how much of a clusterfuck all this is. Just everything, random fucking relays and whatever the fuck this box is too. It looks like it's a anti-theft system, because this says it has a horn in it. I don't know. And then they got another random box down there. Nothing was clean either. Everything was just zip tied up here with thousands of connectors and shit like this. Look at this. You didn't even use the fucking splice right. I don't even know. So there's so much shit that I need to figure out. I think one of these things is probably, oh look at this, this is solid. Nice. Some twisted together wires. I guess they ran out of crimp terminals when they weren't even using them properly. What a go figure. Oh, okay. Now it's to the little, there you go. So, yeah, I gotta go through and, I don't know, I'll probably cut all this shit out after. I just want to kind of go through it a little bit and try to find out why the starter's not engaging. So they have some ghetto, well, obviously they got some ghetto shit here. There's this red and white wire that's on the key switch. I see that they well, not splice, I don't even want to say splice, they fucking rigged up some shit to go off of this wire. I'm guessing they twisted these two together, and then they have it teeing off to a fuse, and then there's a fucking wire crimped onto something in there. I want to see what they got going on here, which then goes to a relay box. I'm guessing this is for the anti-theft system that they put in, so then it kind of like won't allow it to start if it thinks that it's being stolen, you know? So I'm gonna uncover some more of this and I'll get back to you. Oh hell yeah, bro, look at this. This is it right here. This is what I'm fucking talking about. See, if you guys don't do your shit like this, I don't know what you're doing. I got the fucking rat's nest of whatever the fuck that is out. So I just decided, because they had like a whole sub harness split off of the fucking key switch harness, so I just decided to cut everything off of that, and I'm gonna splice it back to its original locations. And I swear, man, like some people come up with some crazy shit. Like, at what point is it just easier to use a fucking splice, like a regular splice, than it is to do this shit? So on this red wire, and I see they did the same with this other one back here, they cut the shielding on two sides, cut a little section of it out, and then the GoPro doesn't focus because it sucks, but they then created an opening between the two wires, and then they had these wires for their sub harness or whatever they were trying to fucking do to go through that hole, and then they had both of them go through the hole, and then they just like looped it, you know, like secured it down, just kept looping it, and then they taped over it. Like, at what point is it just easier to cut the fucking wire and to put a splice with multiple wires and crimp it? Like, I don't even get it. But anyways, all right, so about 20 minutes later, this is what I've come up with. I made this little jumper wire a little too long, but definitely looks a lot better than what they had going. I haven't heat shrinked it yet. I will do that after. And so yeah, we also got this whole fucking jumbo mess, everything out of here. The what else did we have? We had, you know, like the main shit for the anti-theft, I think it was, and then also we got like the base knob out. We got a bunch of these fucking wires and some random ass switch that God knows who only fucking what it went to. So yeah, I mean, I guess we'll give it a shot. I'm not sure if maybe they teed off of something else back in there. I hope not. I don't know what this light is for. Maybe this is maybe this was the original light that's supposed to be under here for the fuse box or something for fuses. But yeah, anyways, we'll give it a shot. I'm not really too hopeful, but yeah, that's all we got right now. Alright, I gotta get this intercooler on because it's just like one big ass vacuum leak right now. And we don't have any throttle control because of it. Whew. The upper mount for this thing is broken. So I don't know. Hopefully the couplers will just hold it on. I don't know. Gotta find out. That's what we're gonna do. Oh, I was looking for this rubber piece. see. No power steering, 2 brakes.
Cable's still disconnected.
Oh, yeah. That would help, huh? I might need that.
What?
Throttle cable?
Yeah. Are we pulling it into the...
Fuck it.
Hitting the wood.
No, the exhaust. Hey. Look how fucking small that exhaust is. Feels fucking good. It's gonna be the last time they're all together. Selling the gray one to one of my buddies, and I just sold the red one to my buddy over there. And still gonna see the red one around a bunch, but just not the gray one or the SR. And we got the SR running, as you saw earlier. Got this thing like putting around. This thing probably hasn't driven in about, like, I would say well over 10 years for sure. She's fucking mint. Filled her up with some garden hose fucking water. No diff fluid. That's the way to do it, son. So we just dropped off the S13 to my buddy. Decided to drive it over to him and everything. I did decide to get the Z instead. The Z kind of replaced that gray S13 because I was just gonna use that as more of like a party car or like a seat time car instead. Kind of just slap it together and just get it going and call it a day. But I was like, you know what? I realized like that I only want 2 projects, like 2 actual cars right now. I want a consistently like quote quote reliable drift car, like that I just take to the track any day, just get in and go kind of car. And then I want a car to build. I do enjoy building my cars a lot, and that's gonna be the gray car. I decided to we're gonna, you know, do a crazy engine setup in that car, and I'm gonna put a roll cage in that car with the money that I actually just got from selling the gray car. So I'm gonna be ordering myself a Cades Kits cage for that, and and maybe try to put it in myself. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, I really did have, like, when I first got it from my buddy, I did have like really big intentions of completely redoing and restoring this car and getting a title for it. But then, like, I don't know, it just changed because whenever I was putting in the SR just to like make it as like a fun car to drive for now, I saw like that it had a big, yeah, I would consider it a really big like rust hole in it, and like where the floorboard is, and it was like right along like the main frame rail part, so it'd just be a pain in the ass to repair, and yada yada. So then, like, at that point, I just kind of lost all my steam for it, and I was just like, you know what? Honestly, I'm just gonna get this thing going, get this thing running, driving. Well, driving, it, you know, it still needs like a fair bit of stuff, and you know, and then just sell it. We're just gonna be putting a bunch of money into the green car now and doing a nice cool build on that. I got a few things that I need to do left on the 350. Spring brake bash, I kind of fucked up. If you saw what was it? The rear subframe mounts, like they were completely gone, the rear two. So we're gonna be replacing those with some solid subframe bushings. And I'm also gonna be doing just like a few other things. Oh, I completely forgot to get the parts from him. So I meant to grab, he had a Z throttle body and a hood latch cable for me, and I completely forgot about that. I just remembered that as I'm talking about all this stuff. But anyways, we have a lot of work to do on to the green car. It is finally time to work on the green car. I am super excited to work on that. That's what I've been looking forward to for a while now, and like seeing it in the barn, man, it just broke my heart. It killed me. But that and a bunch of Z content for you guys, and no more side quests and shitty quality and editing and yada yada. So hopefully everything is, you know, a little bit better from now on. But anyways, that's gonna be the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching so much, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.